Like, you question the main elements of life altogether. What's important and what is not.
Yeah.
And in the scheme of things, it just confirmed to me, yes, I love music, and music is the way I communicate with the world. But actually, it's not the most important thing in my life.
Yeah.
Actually, I think seeing loved ones is more important,
Yeah.
And hanging out in groups is more important. Like gardening and planting trees is more important. Like this is how I'm thinking about it right now. I miss playing with people, right?
Yeah.
But what I miss equally is actually the hangout after the concert is over.
Yes.
And it's crazy. I did couple online performances recently, and when I finished performing, it was live on I don't know, whatever the platform was.
Yeah.
And you finish, and then you like awkwardly walk to the computer to to press stop the feed.
Yeah.
And my first impression was, and it was like 11 a.m. show or something, because it was done for somewhere in Europe. And I'm like, okay, like where's the hang? What is the immediate emotional reaction to the void you feel on stage, which is a positive void, but it has to be filled with an immediate interaction with people,
Yeah.
So I miss that a lot, and I don't know how to. It's too early to see, I think, how it's gonna affect my music making in general.
Yeah. When you played Improviser Suite in Lincoln in the summer, you talked a lot about that piece was representative of how you viewed home and where you viewed your place in the world, and it felt like you didn't quite know where home was, and I'm wondering, like, is Brooklyn more home now than it was a year ago?
Certainly. I mean, I always knew what home is, not in the term. I know the cities that I feel these are my cities, and New York has been one of them, but Damascus has been at the top of, of my heart's list.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, it's changing. My concept of home changed. For example, when the travel ban happened and New Yorkers went to the streets to demonstrate, when I was blocked outside the country, for me, that was a connection with New York that did change my relationship with the city, because I felt I'm part of a community. But now I feel I have an actual connection with the dirt, with the earth, which is crazy, because I never thought I would have this in New York. Yeah, I mean, lots of the pieces that I'm like writing now, all these sketches that I'm doing, I think are about spaces. I finished a piece for string quartet that I wrote for Brooklyn Rider, and the whole idea was, because I think we're limited geographically, our brains start to compensate by creating an imaginary world. So I wrote this piece inspired by an imaginary party on my street in Brooklyn, where people were doing some kind of a Syrian circular dance in this block of Brooklyn. Of course, this party might never happen, but like my brain started to merge the different homes that I have in my head, I think. And I mean, I think all of us are going through lots of interesting psychological roller coaster rides. Is the place that we suddenly felt is like a natural extension of what home can be, Lincoln, Nebraska, out of the blue, for somebody who's from Syria living in Brooklyn, suddenly to say, well, okay, I feel equally at home in Nebraska and in Lincoln, was one of the effects of the festival. So
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too. I mean, I think it's maybe more unique than a lot of people realize that you can go to Nebraska and then be part of a Syrian dance circle in the middle of the city with, I've never experienced any. I mean, for me, you're as much a part of Nebraska and as much a part of this festival as identity as anybody else. And I know that a lot of people,
I feel it too.
In Nebraska, they feel like you're one of their own, and I think that's so magical. Yeah, that you're definitely a part of Lincoln now, whether you want it or not.
No, I want, and I do feel I'm part of it. I really do.